What's up everyone, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're going to be doing a head-to-head review comparing the Thrunite TN12 with the Fenix PD35. Full disclosure, both these lights were sent to me from Thrunite. I do think it's pretty gutsy that they would put their light up against a Fenix, a well-known company that makes great flashlights, so we'll see how the two compare. What I'm going to do is just unbox them one by one and give you some initial impressions, just some initial thoughts. I haven't used either of these lights yet, and then after the initial thoughts I'll EDC them for a while, carry them around, use them, test them out, shoot some video with me using them, and then I'll tell you what I think as far as, you know, pluses and minuses of each of the different lights. Let's start off and unbox the Thrunite. The Thrunite comes in a pretty plain box. You can see a picture on the end, picture on that end. It does seem to be packed safely, so I'm not worried about it getting hurt in the process of having it shipped to me. Open it up. You can see we've got the instructions with that. We've got the light. And then let's take out this padding and see what's under here. We do have a lanyard that comes with it as well. Do have a ballistic nylon holster, a couple O-rings, and an extra switch, and then the reminder: don't eat the silica gel. So you're looking at everything that comes with the Thrunite right there. We'll unbox the Fenix now, and I mean, you can tell right off the bat that the packaging on the Fenix is nicer. It does matter to me, not in a huge way, but it does say something about the amount of money that they're willing to put into their marketing and their promotion. It's definitely not the deal breaker. If the light is better from a company that doesn't package it fancy, I don't really care what the packaging looks like, but that's just one thing to keep in mind. Lots of information here on the front. Take the light out here. Looks like lots of goodies underneath. So we've got our two CR123 batteries. We've got the light in this little plastic kind of casing. You have your information and instructions on how to use the light. And I can tell you already, this is hefty. I mean, look at this thing. So we'll see what's all in there. We've got a little advertisement for Fenix there. Here's your warranty card as well. I'll put that underneath here. We do have a holster that comes with that, very similar to the Thrunite version. And then we've got, let's see, a couple extra pressure switches, or maybe it's just one. You have just one extra pressure switch. See an extra O-ring in there, or two extra O-rings, and then a lanyard. So that's everything that comes here with the Fenix. Quick note here on your price point. For the Fenix, you're going to be paying $73. This one does come with two CR123s. For the Thrunite, there's lots of different setups you can get. You can get it without the batteries. With the batteries, you can get the 2014 version. This is the 2016 version. To get the 2016 version with one 18650, it's going to run you about $70. So it's pretty much in the same category as far as what you're going to be paying for the light. I want to talk about the accessories real quick. First, we'll look at the lanyards. The bottom one here is the Thrunite, the top one is the Fenix. Not a whole lot of difference between the two. I would say overall, though, the Thrunite would win as far as comparison between the two lanyards. It's a little more spongy, going to be a little bit more comfortable. Fenix is just kind of a small piece of nylon. I mean, it's like a tiny piece of webbing essentially, so nothing special there. Neither of them are fantastic, and honestly I don't use lanyards that often with any of my flashlights, but that's that. Your O-rings and your switches are pretty much the exact same thing. That's not really worth talking about a whole lot. And then here's a look at the two lights in the holsters. You got the Fenix on the bottom and the Thrunite on the top. The Thrunite's going to have a bit more padding. The Fenix is a bit more streamlined. So, you know, maybe you want something that's got a little bit more protection. The Thrunite definitely wins on that one. And the Fenix is just a little bit slimmer, I would say, overall. Looking on the back side, you have the option basically to run it through a belt loop. There's no hook and loop at all. With the Thrunite, you do have this D-ring, and also you can run it through if you want to put a belt through there. Not that you're going to stay up all night reading these things, but I want to give you a quick rundown on the instructions. The Thrunite instructions are pretty much standard for how they put instructions out for all their different lights. So you got these, you know, 3, or depending on how you look at it, 6 panels, and it gives you enough information to use the light and use it effectively. I've never got a Thrunite flashlight and looked at the instructions and say, I don't know what I'm doing. It gives you everything you need to know about the flashlight and not a whole lot more. The Fenix instructions, I said there was so much information in it. It's basically because, you know, one line across like this is all in English, and then they've got 8 or 10 different languages where they're describing, you know, the different information on the light. So definitely more info with the Fenix light, and in addition you got this little kind of advertisement and then their warranty card as well. Let's talk through your different lumen outputs. For your Thrunite, you have a variety of different settings. You have your highest setting, the turbo setting, 1050 lumens. You have your strobe at 800 lumens, then you have a high at 370, medium 145, low at 11 lumens, and then your firefly at 0.4 lumens. For your Fenix over here, you have your turbo at 1000 lumens, and then you have 500 lumens, 200 lumens, 60 lumens, 8 lumens, and then the strobe is also at 1000 lumens. Size-wise, they're almost the exact same size. You can see this is about 5.5 inches for the Thrunite on this side, and then for the Fenix, a little bit less than 5.5 inches, but almost the exact same size. And across the front here, an inch and an inch. So same across the front, almost the exact same length. I mean, you can tell why Thrunite would want to have these two compared, just because they are very, very similar, just in their look, the overall size, and even their function. As we continue the comparison here, I will tell you can stand the Thrunite up on the tail cap. The Fenix, you're not able to do that at all. I tried it for a while, it just doesn't work. So what I will tell you is that they look very similar, but this one is squared off a bit more, whereas the Fenix one is a little bit more rounded, and so you can stand the Thrunite. You cannot do that with the Fenix, unless you want to stand it like that, but then your light is shining to the table, and that serves no function whatsoever. Let's talk about the function for the Thrunite. Press your end cap on and the light's going to come on, and then you have your little side switch here, and you're going to scroll through your different settings. So you can barely see that, but the firefly is on. So firefly, low, medium, high, turbo. Firefly, low, medium, high, turbo. Hold down the switch, it's going to go into strobe. Hold it down again, it's going to go off, and then you turn it off like that. Your lumens, once again, is 800 for the strobe, and then 1050 for that turbo, or the highest setting. Just one more time here. Firefly, low, medium, high, turbo. Firefly, low, medium, high, turbo. And then hold it down, it'll go into strobe. And there we go. For the Fenix light, you have two different ways you can set it up. You can set it up in the outdoor mode or the tactical mode. So I'm going to turn it on now. You're going to see it's on, and I'm going to hold down on this side switch for 3 seconds. It's going to flash twice, and now it's down to the lowest setting. Now, on that lowest setting, if I turn it off, it goes off, turn it back on, comes back on at the lowest setting. As you scroll through using this side button, you've got low, medium, high, highest, firefly, low, medium, high, highest, firefly, low, medium, high, highest, and then back down to the firefly. That is your outdoor mode, okay? So this is still on, as you can see. Now I'm going to hold down on this again. It's going to go into strobe, flash twice, and go off. Now it's in tactical mode, and you're going to use your N pressure switch to scroll between your different settings, and that is going to go low, high, strobe. So that's on high, high, strobe. So you're basically just going to press in a little bit on the pressure switch, and it's going to go through the different settings. So there's your low, there's your high, there's your strobe, there's your low, high, strobe. You click it on the highest setting, and then click this, and nothing happens. So I'm pressing it a bunch of times, nothing happens. Let me get it down to our lowest setting. There's our lowest setting. I click it on, press this, nothing happens. This only is used in this setting, once it's in the tactical setting, to scroll back over to your outdoor setting. So I'll hold down on this for 3 seconds, flash twice on low, and now it's on low, and since it's in the outdoor setting, I'm going to use this to scroll through again. So 2 different options, the outdoor setting and the tactical setting for this Fenix light. What we're doing now is I'm in my office, and I'm shining the 2 lights at a picture that's about 10 feet away. So I've got the Thrunite in my hand right now. It's actually on the firefly setting and shining at a picture. Can't really see anything. There's your low, your medium, your high, and your turbo. Again, here's your firefly. I can see it barely. And then low, medium, high, and turbo. So we'll turn that off, and we'll go. Here's a look at the Fenix now. This is on the Eco setting, which is equivalent to your Firefly as far as, you know, what it's supposed to be used for. And then we have low, medium, high, highest. Then your Eco again, low, medium, high, and highest. Now what I want to do is actually show you the 2 lights side by side up close here. So you can see the Fenix again shining at the picture. And you can't, once again, really see the Thrunite, but I'll put them side by side. And then we'll do low and low, medium, medium, high, high, highest, highest, and then back down to the eco setting. Once again, Fenix over here, and this is the Thrunite over on my right. So low for the Fenix, low for the Thrunite, medium for Fenix, medium for Thrunite, high for Fenix, high for Thrunite, highest for Fenix, highest for Thrunite. So since we do a lot of testing outside, I thought what I'd do today is do some testing inside. I'm actually at my office. It's a little bit later at night, and I thought we'd just show you the two lights. Over here we have the Fenix, and over here we have the Thrunite. This is on their low setting. So looking at the Fenix shining into my door to my office, which is about 20 feet away. That's what that looks like. Here's the Thrunite. So Thrunite definitely looks lighter on that one. Again, comparing the two, Fenix, Thrunite, and let's go to the second setting. There's your second setting, medium. Here's your medium for Fenix. So very similar on these two. Here's your third setting, your high. Looking into my office, high with the Fenix, looking into the office. High with the Thrunite, high with the Fenix. And as far as, your spill of the light, as far as I can see, I mean, everything that's within view, I've got a cubicle right here, and then there's one over here too. I can see everything when I'm shining right in there. And with this one, same thing. And let's go to your highest setting with the Fenix. Definitely very bright. And Thrunite, same thing. And then back down to low, back down to low. Alright, one more test. We're looking at the back doors to the church building here. So if I was leaving the office late at night and I came out, this is what I'd be looking into to head out to my car. So this is a very EDC use of a flashlight. So if you were looking out, what would you see? I've got the Thrunite over here on my right and the Fenix over here on my left. So let's walk a little bit with the Thrunite first and show you what that looks like. So I'd be looking up, certainly not just down at the ground. And walking along here, you can see pretty clearly. This is on the medium setting for the Thrunite. Then we're going to look out to my car there. You can see the reflection or the reflectors. Let's go to the high, and then let's go to the turbo. Now you can definitely see it a little bit better. Now let's reverse the whole process with the Fenix here. Go to the highest setting. So there's the Fenix on the highest setting looking at my car, and then down to the Econo, low, and then medium. And we'll walk back through here. And so you can probably tell they look very similar as far as the effectiveness of the lights. Back here in the studio now, and we're going to wrap up our head-to-head between the Thrunite TN12 and the Fenix PD35. So we have the Thrunite down here on the bottom, this is the Fenix up on the top. And what I'll tell you is, as soon as I was working with Thrunite and they said, hey, we want to do a head-to-head between these two lights, would you be interested in doing it? I was impressed that they would put their light up against this Fenix and just Fenix in general, because they're a good company, they got a good reputation, they make good lights, so it does speak to Thrunite's confidence. I would say overall these lights are very comparable. They've got a lot of similar features. Overall size, build, quality construction, your lumen output, there's a lot of overlap. I do like the Thrunite that it does have those flattened edges, so you can stand it up on the tail cap or your end cap so that you can light up a room. You can't do that with the Fenix. Overall though, if I was going to pick one of these two lights, and this may not make Thrunite super happy, but I actually would pick the Fenix. And the reason is two main things. One is I like that this has the outdoor and the tactical settings, so just more options when it comes to your lumens. And then the other thing was just the quality of the light. So you had a hot center and then a very balanced spill for the rest of the light. I found with the Thrunite hotter center, and then just wasn't as balanced. It was kind of like hot and then kind of a little bit less hot right outside that hot center, and then just faded off quickly. Now that being said, if someone, say I didn't own either of these lights and someone said, hey, I got you a present, and they gave me the Thrunite, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's terrible, I hate this light. It's a very good light, very good product, and I'm quite impressed with it. I'll be happy to use it. I just think overall there's a slight advantage to the Fenix in this one. And I got to be real with you guys, my viewers, and tell you what I think. So the Fenix wins on this one, but I do think if you got either one, you'd be happy with the lights. Thanks as always for checking out our videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. Take care.